Hey guys, hope you guys are good today. I would like to do an on-the-fly review of this game Stock Car. It is made by a company called Reza Studios. I believe they're based in Brazil, that's why this game is basically based around the Brazilian stock car series. Okay, so just let me do a single race. Well, actually, I'll do a test in the stock car first at Interlagos, and I'll add some AI to the practice, and then you'll be able to see a bit of AI. I bought this game yesterday, so I'm not a pro at this game, but so far I have to say for $29.99 I'm very impressed. I think the problem that this game has is that a lot of people, they see it as an R-Factor mod, and they think, why am I going to pay $30 for an R-Factor mod? But this is not only an R-Factor mod. This, they've obviously added more stuff, so that it's a completed game. It is not only a mod. Like if you have R-Factor and you get the mods that are from this game, you'll have the tracks and the cars, but you won't have the complete experience. They've obviously enhanced the graphics. They have tweaked the R-Factor 1 engine, because this game is running on the R-Factor 1 engine. They've obviously tweaked it. Like the history of Reza Studios, they're basically some of the best modders around in R-Factor. There was one guy who used to work for Simbin, and then some other guys who were very good modders in R-Factor 1. They've all basically gotten together and made this game. So the AI is tweaked, the graphics engine is tweaked. They've basically taken some of the very best mods for R-Factor 1, such as the Real Feel plugin, and they've obviously tweaked it and made it work really well. Because that's one of the things, like, okay, the graphics in this game are not absolutely top notch, they're not amazing, the graphical effects are not amazing, but personally, when I am using a racing game, I am not overly bothered about the graphics. Obviously there's a certain kind of standard that I want, but I think as long as it's over a certain standard, beyond that I don't really mind. And I find the graphics in this game acceptable. They're fine, like they're really fine. Not amazing, but for me, fine. Now, the one thing that is the most important thing in a racing game, I drive a lot of PC simulation racing games. I play iRacing, I've got R-Factor 2, and the most important thing is the feeling through my steering wheel. Now, I have a G27 steering wheel. That is not the best one around. It's about a year and a half old now, but that is the most important thing for me, that the game, the handling feels very good. Now, I basically am looking for good force feedback and a feeling of the tyres on the track. And I think with this game I really get that. I can really feel the handling of the car on the track. The force feedback is very good. The feeling of the handling, the tyres, it all feels really good. Like, it really feels very nice. I am not very good at explaining this in a technical manner, but for me, with my experience of other simulation games, it's very good. Like, it feels very good, very solid. When you go over curbs and everything, it feels, very, very, very tight. And by the way, this game, they do have a a demo, you can basically download the whole game and you can play it for half an hour for free. Obviously, I believe that's only offline, but if you guys are interested, you should definitely check out the demo, because that will obviously help you see if you like the game. You know, if you're one of those guys who are like, oh, why am I going to pay $30 for an R-Factor mod? Yeah, then basically you should have a go. You should download it and see for yourself. The AI is very good. I have it right now set at 80% strength. Now, I'm faster than them, but they're still very competitive. I'm obviously, as I improve at the game, I'm going to slowly increase the AI. So then I think that at 100% they're going to be very hard to beat, which is good. The AI, they don't just drive around like a load of clones, they actually make errors. They do things wrong. Okay, I'm actually going to find an AI. I'm going to slow down and let an AI pass me, and then hopefully that'll give you an idea about the AI. But yeah, they like crash into things. They do things slightly wrong. They will challenge you, like if you overtake them, and then if you make a little bit of an error, they will re-overtake you back and everything. So yeah, the AI is very good. I mean, you know, I think the AI in a game is never going to be absolutely perfect, is it? I mean, you know, there are some kind of situations I find they will slightly brake a bit too hard, or you know, it isn't as easy like to follow the AI as it is to follow a real player. Obviously, I don't think I've ever played a game where the AI feels that amazing, where it feels as if you're actually racing with real people, you know, like I've never had that. But for AI in games, I think this AI is very good. Now, I was hoping I'd be able to stop and let you see some AI. Oh, here comes the guy now. Cool. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is an on-the-fly review. I'm basically driving and talking about the game at the same time. It's not a very in-depth review. Like, there are other people who have videos like tonight, inside sim racing. If you want a very, very detailed professional review, I'd look at inside sim racing. They have a review on YouTube which is very, very detailed. But yeah, I mean, my first impressions of this game are very good. I've been enjoying it. Now, one issue, I mean, I've had a few minor issues. One issue is there are not a lot of people online. The online in this game is kind of quiet. Not completely dead, but for example, last night I logged on, there's only like 5 or 6 people who are playing. Another issue is a lot of the servers are locked. So basically about 80% of the servers have a password on them. So that means that you have to actually get into a league or something organised for you to actually be able to race online. So that's a little bit annoying. I've also had an issue with the steering wheel. For some reason, the only way that I can get a degree of rotation that I like is by using the Logitech profiler and actually telling it that actually giving it like a custom setting for this game and telling it not to allow the game to change these settings, because otherwise the degree of rotation was really low. But right now, by disabling the ability of the game to alter the wheel settings and doing all the settings in the profiler, I basically have it feeling really good, and the degrees of rotation are really good now. But it's just annoying that I had to do that in the Logitech profiler. So yeah, as you can see, this AI is pretty good. I mean, I'm not driving at full speed because I'm actually talking and driving, but this is at 80%, and this guy is pretty okay. And I think he's going in the pits now. Is he? Yeah, he's going in the pits. That's another thing that's really cool. The AI actually go in the pits. They don't just drive around all the time, you know. Yeah, so that was one issue that I've had as well with the steering wheel, but that might be my issue. But yeah, that's the issue that I've had. Yeah, apart from that, it's fine. Like, I haven't had any other issues really. The game is working great. I have very good FPS and everything. Okay, so I'm going to show you as well. One of the things that's great is they've added some add-on vehicles. So let's exit this. Now, one of the reasons I actually bought this game, I'll show you a bit of a replay. Again, the graphics are not amazing, but they are pretty acceptable, really. Yeah, so that's a bit of a replay. Now, they've added some extra vehicles, some add-on vehicles. And one of the reasons I actually bought this game was because I saw they have this car, which is called a Formula Classic. So, why don't I show you? Now, one of the things, people online are saying that the AI with the add-on cars is not as good as with the stock car, because obviously the stock car is the original one that came with the game, and they obviously have taken a lot of time to tweak the AI for that one. But because these other ones are add-ons, apparently they are not quite as good. But when you actually see this car, I mean, it's a free add-on, you can basically download it. When you actually see this car, I think you will realize why, you know, I actually bought this game because of this car. First of all, you look at the interior. Wow, the interior looks really nice. I play a lot of sim games and I like this interior. They have basically modeled it really well, you know. So here we go, let's exit. The sounds in this game are pretty awesome. I really like them. The game sounds really, really nice. So apparently this is a car that is based on a classic F1 car that was driven by Ayrton Senna. I believe it must be late 80s, maybe early 90s. I'm not exactly sure, but when you have a look at the modelling of the car, that would be the era that I would give it. But yeah, this car is really awesome. I don't actually have a setup at all, so I'm going to be really careful. But I mean, you can see it sounds awesome. It drives awesome. Wow, the AI is just overtaking me easily. So at the moment I've been only really showing you Interlagos. I believe they have about 9 or 10 tracks in this game. All the tracks are from Brazil, because of the fact that this game is like based around the Brazilian series, stock car series. However, there have already been about 3 or 4 additional tracks that have been added by modders. For example, I think Putnam Park was made, yeah, and a few others. So that's really good. I mean, like Interlagos, as you can see, is an awesome track. I've not really tried that many of the other Brazilian ones because I only got this game like yesterday, but yeah, as you can see, this car is absolutely awesome. Okay, there's also another view. I think that this view looks awesome as well. You get a real feeling of the car. Although the AI apparently is not as good on these cars, the handling obviously still feels great. You know, I mean, the only thing that I'm slightly disappointed about with this game is, as you can see, the steering wheel is moving, but the hands are not moving. That's the only thing that I feel kind of like disappointed about. But yeah, you know, I think that this car like is a very awesome addition to this game. You know. Okay, I'm going to show you a replay quickly, if I can. Here we go. So you can see, like I said before, I believe it's a late 80s F1 car. Pretty awesome stuff, eh? This game, it doesn't have its own like official forum. I don't know why that is, but there's a website called Race Department that has a forum for this game, and then it seems like the developers are going on there and answering any questions. So, and that's also where you can find out about all the additional content as well for this game. So there you go. That's a little replay for you to see the modelling of this car. I'm now going to exit and show you another car. They also have something called a Formula Reza, which is essentially an F1 car. It's not obviously licensed even, so it isn't, you know, officially an F1 car, but it's their own version of an F1 car, and it handles real nice. It's got lots of grip, and then I really like the modelling of this car. It's very good. Yep, just let me show you. Yeah, so this is the camera, the overhead like helmet, or you know, the roll bar camera. And again, the steering wheel is moving, the hands are not moving. Like I said before, that's the only thing that I find slightly disappointing with this game. But you know, the modelling. Oh, that's a red light. The actual like modelling of the car is excellent. The handling is excellent and everything. This would be a really, well, all of these cars I've showed you so far would be really fun online, like to run with like a race series online. So I'm really hoping that online kind of picks up in this game. So yeah, as you can see, got lots of grip, handles like an F1 car, sounds like an F1 car. Whoop. Okay, I'm not going to drive around a lot. I'm just going to show you the view inside the cockpit. I know a lot of people like driving in that view. I know I usually drive in that view quite often. Yeah, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. Actually, this view is probably a bit more immersive because you don't have the hands that are not moving in this view. Like, you just see the steering wheel. And obviously, if you had a cockpit, I believe you could actually get rid of the steering wheel in game and have your field of vision right up, you know, so that you don't, well, so you only see the very, very top of the dashboard. But yeah, as you can see again, the modelling here is really nice inside the interior. Yeah, let's show you a replay just to show you the outside of the car. It kind of looks a bit like a Formula 1 car from like the late 90s, you know. But yeah, I mean, again, you can see it's been really well modelled. It's a really nice car. I like it a lot. Okay, I think there's one more vehicle that I need to show you. That is the Formula 3. The Formula 3 is not so impressive, but it's still a fun car, but it's, you know, it doesn't quite have the wow factor. And for some reason, the default field of vision for this car is not very good on the camera. You need to change the field of vision in game to about 70, so that it makes the roll bar, the camera on this car feel a lot better. Okay, so as you can see, the interior of this car is not as impressive. I'm sure it's still very accurate, but the inside does not look quite as impressive. The engine sound is still pretty good. And obviously the handling, you know, this car doesn't have as much downforce as the other Formula cars, so you find this car handles a little bit differently. It will kind of slide in the corners a little bit. You know, if you go into a corner a bit too fast, it will slide. Which I will probably show you without realising. But yeah. Whoa, there's an AI guy right behind me. Okay, I'm going to show you the other view now. This view. I actually really like this view. Whoops. Like I said, I've shown you that feature without meaning to, because I was trying, well, I'm basically racing and talking at the same time. But yeah, like I said, after you've changed the field of vision, this view is really nice as well. You know, I do like this view. And, you know, like, it makes you realise what a good job they've done on this game. Like, if you look at a big company like Codemasters and those F1 games on Codemasters, really, like, they're absolutely nothing in terms of simulation in comparison with this. This game feels way nicer. The AI is way nicer. So yeah, I would say a good job. Okay, I'm just going to show you a replay of this car. The car actually looks really cool from the outside. So just show you that quickly. Yeah, it's really cool. I could see myself running this car in a few series. And you can see, look, that the AI is all over me. He's not just like crashing into me. He's trying to find a way past. Whoa, why? He didn't have to, because I failed hard. But yeah, hopefully this on-the-fly review, I mean, it's been a little bit of a long review, but hopefully I have covered the major parts in the game. Of course, in this game you can basically set your car up exactly how you would like. Oh, one other thing, the controls. I have found the controls, for some reason it keeps unselecting my preset on my wheel. So sometimes I will enter the game and it will be on like Xbox 360 controller or on something else, and my wheel, it doesn't work, and I have to come here and reselect it. So that's kind of a bit buggy. Yeah, but it's not a major issue. It's kind of a little bit annoying, but it's not a major issue. Yeah, obviously you can do a championship here. So that's a nice feature. Yeah, so of course, if you have any other questions about this game, you can just either send me a message or you can leave a comment underneath this. I hope you enjoyed this on-the-fly review, and yeah, I mean, if you're a sim racer, you should certainly have a go at this game. Maybe download the demo, try it out for half an hour, and then hopefully you will see how awesome this game is. Yeah. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.